What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bigboysnacksjonnytv. Welcome back to the channel. And tonight I give you guys my WWE NXT review on high. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please go watch the video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content like this. Because I'm on the road to 7K. I'm on the road to 3K watch hours as well. Go check out my WWE NXT No Mercy review on highlights, and go check out my WWE Bash of Berlin review on highlights. They are up on the channel. All right, let's get started. Now WWE NXT, it was, I gotta say, I gotta give it a solid 5 out of 10, just a solid 5 out of 10. But it was just a, I might as well say it was just a decent show for what it was. That's all I gotta say. In-ring segment, Trick Williams. Trick Williams grabs at Mike and tells Pete Dunne to get in the ring so he can catch this beatdown. NXT champion All Eagle Ethan Page walks out on the stage instead. All Eagle Ethan Page says since he successfully defended his title, he should open the show. All Eagle Ethan Page Europe's that Trick Williams may not know anything about that since he only successfully defended his title once. Trick Williams says he was a man of his word and he called the title match at NXT No Mercy right down the middle. Trick Williams is going to deal with Pete Dunne, and then he wants his title back. All Eagle Ethan Page laugh at Trick Williams and says he may not even make it to the NXT on the CW premiere in a few weeks. Pete Dunne tries a sneak attack from behind. Trick Williams ducks and lays a few strikes. Referee is hitting the ring and separates both men, which is Pete Dunne and Trick Williams. That was a brawl to kick off the show. They was brawling. All right, let's move on. Backstage, Hank and Tank get into an argument with Gallus over who is going to win a #1 contenders match for the tag team titles. Jada Parker makes her way into the arena and runs into Fatal Influence. Jasmine Nick makes fun of Jada Parker for losing at NXT No Mercy. Jada Parker wants a match with Jasmine Nick tonight. Alright, it says, Jada Parker isn't trying to hear what Influence has to say with a question mark. Alright, so we get the #1 contenders match, the Roscoe's versus Hank and Tank versus Gallows, Wolfgang, and Joe Coffey. Now this was a good match right here, so I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this triple threat tag team match. This was good. Triple threat rules, so 3 men in the ring at the same time for this one. Miguel gets darted into the corner by Hank. Wolfgang breaks up the pin. Wolfgang and Mark double team Hank. Miguel rolls back in and sends Wolfgang flying with a hurricanrana. Miguel lands a meteor to Hank. Mark breaks up the pin. Miguel catches Hank with a dropkick. Went gets a blind tag and surprise Mark with a super kick. Alright. Miguel and Wynn double team Hank. Mark breaks up the pin after a clutch basement dropkick combo by the Rascals. Hank and Tank cleared the ring after the break. Hank and Tank set up their finish on Mark. Joe Coffey hops up on Avery and Javon Evans runs down to ringside to attack Joe Coffey while the referee is distracted. The Good Brothers attack Hank and Tank. When Miguel went, yeah, went. I said Miguel went and Miguel crushed Hank with a Meteor Swanton combo for the win. The winners in your new #1 contender match, the Rascals. This was a good triple threat tag match. All right, this was good. It says Rascal versus Axiom. The Rascals versus Axiom and Nathan Frazier for the NXT Tag Team titles is going to be awesome. All right, let's move on. So we'll go backstage when Trick Williams was doing an interview and Pete Dunne came out of nowhere. So Trick Williams and Pete Dunne were in the locker room brawling. So the referees came and separated Trick Williams and Pete Dunne. Says Trick Williams and Pete Dunne are still going at it. So they still was going at it. All right, let's move on. Lexis King versus Oral Mensah coming by Jakira Jackson and Lash Legend. And this match right here, this was a how do I say this? This was a quick match. Oral Mensah Alonso on Lexis King with strikes. Lexis King goes down. Oral Mensah blasts Lexis King with the basement lyric to the back of Lexis King's neck. Lexis Lexus King kicks out. Rolling heel kick by Oral Mensah. Lexus King escapes under the bottom rope and tries to leave by hopping the barricade. Oral Mensah catches Lexus King and powerbombs him off the barricade. Oral Mensah tries a springboard. Um, Lexus King pushes Ormensal off the ropes. Ormensal lands on the floor with a thud. Lexus King works over Ormensal. Lexus King badmouths Ormensal spider while working him over in the corner. Ormensal goes nuts and unleashes a fury of punches. The referee pulls Ormensal away. Lexus King double legs or Mensah and pins him with his feet on the ropes for the win. The winner of the match, Lexus King. This was a quick match. But Oral Mensah keep disrespecting Oral Mensah's fathers. So that is the reason why that Oral Mensah went off on Lexus King. And that's all I gotta say. The match was quick. Oral Mensah chased Lexus King to the back as soon as the bell rings. Alright, let's move on. Things are far from over between Tony D'Angelo and Oba Family. Hashtag WWE NXT. It says open challenge. See you next week. So Jordan Grace will be on NXT next week. Hashtag WWE NXT. Alright, let's move on. So we get Tatum Paxley versus Rosemary, accompanied by Winnie Chu. And this was a squash match. Alright. Rosemary and Tatum Paxley trade takedowns. Rosemary draw kicks Tatum Paxley into the ropes as Winnie Chu looks on Rosemary. Traps Tatum Paxley in a rope hanging triangle. Rosemary works over Tatum Paxley. Tatum Paxley fires up and gets a near fall after a leaping elbow drop. Tatum Paxley tries a corner splash. Rosemary catches Tatum Paxley and sends her flying with a fallaway slam. Tatum Paxley reverses a slam by Rosemary into a rolling driver for the win. The winner of the match, Tatum Paxley. That was a squash match. All right, let's move on. Uh, we are Rosemary is not playing with Tatum Paxley. Hashtag WWE NXT. All right, so after the match, Winnie Chu attacks Tatum Paxley. Tatum Paxley starts to get the better of Winnie Chu. Rosemary spears Tatum Paxley out of her boots. Winnie Chu and Rosemary stumps Tatum Paxley. Lyra Rakura makes a surprise save, hitting the ring and clearing it out. Tatum Paxley and Lyra Rakura hug. Alright, let's move on. Reunited. Lyra Rakura makes the save for Tatum Paxley. Hashtag WWE NXT. It says, these two can't wait for the main event. Trick Williams and Pete Dunne is going down right now. So they were still going at it. Alright, let's move on. So we get Trick Williams versus Pete Dunne. This was a good match, but I did not like how they got a double countout. So that's all I gotta say. I will at least get Trick Williams and Pete Dunne 5 more minutes. The crowd should have chanted 5 more minutes. So that's all I gotta say. But this was a good match, but I did not like how they ended as a double countout. But I will give Trick Williams and Pete Dunne 5 more minutes. That's all I gotta say. Trick Williams and Pete Dunne tear into each other before the bell rings. Trick Williams whips Pete Dunne into the barricade. Pete Dunne stumbles around the ring as Trick Williams lights him up with chops after chop. Pete Dunne rolls into the ring. The referee rings the bell. Trick Williams lifts Pete Dunne in the air and with a choke. Pete Dunne reverses it into an armbar. Pete Dunne works over Trick Williams' arm and hand. Trick Williams tries to fire back, but Pete Dunne stumps on his elbow. Pete Dunne works over Trick Williams. Trick Williams surprises Pete Dunne with a pop-up uppercut. Pete Dunne rolls out of the apron. Trick Williams sets up a bookend off the apron. Pete Dunne slips out and catches Trick Williams in the ring apron. Pete Dunne drapes Trick Williams over the ring. Drapes Trick Williams over the ring steps. I'm sorry about that. As Trick Williams lays there motionless, Pete Dunne stomps on Trick Williams' head. After the break, Pete Dunne continues his assault. Trick Williams fires up and lands a leaping clothesline. Pete Dunne eats a leg lariat flapjack by Trick Williams. Alright, all you go eat the pace is showing watching the match from the back. Pete Dunne dives off the top into a bookend kick out by Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne slips out of a slam and lands a German suplex. Pete Dunne stomps on Trick Williams' hand. Trick Williams cuts Pete Dunne off as he goes up top. Sunset flip powerbomb by Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne sets up the better end. Trick Williams reverses it into a inverted suplex. Alright, this is pure hate. Trick Williams and Pete Dunne will fight all night if they could. Trick Williams stomps on Pete Dunne's hand and lays a cyclone boot. Pete Dunne falls out of the ring. Trick Williams and Pete Dunne fight up on the barricade. Trick Williams set up a bookend off the barricade. Pete Dunne reverses it into a Russian leg sweep off the barricade through the table. The bell rings. The referee has counted out both men. So the winner by double. This was a double countout, and I did not like that part. Right, I did not like that at all. How it ended as a double count, but at least give Trick Williams and Pete Dunne 5 more minutes. The crowd should have chanted 5 more minutes on this one, even though the match was good. But I did not like how it ended as a double count out. But please give Trick Williams and Pete Dunne 5 more minutes, but that didn't happen. Alright. Trick Williams and Pete Dunne both start to stir. Trick Williams decks Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne and Trick Williams on lows on each other with each. I'm sorry. It says Trick Williams and Pete Dunne both start to stir. Trick Williams decks Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne and Trick Williams on low on each other. Security and the referees fight to separate Pete Dunne and Trick Williams. I brought them all back to performance. Rich Hollins explains why he betrayed Chase U at NXT No Mercy. Alright, you got backup now. Real Valkyria and Tatum Paxley are friends again, and all is right in the world. Hashtag WWE NXT. So I can tell you this right now. I guarantee you Tatum Paxley is going to be on Monday Night Raw next week. Since Lara Valkyria got Tatum Paxley tonight on WWE NXT, but I got a feeling that Tatum Paxley is going to be on Monday Night Raw next week. All right, let's move on. That's just my opinion, but I could be wrong. Javon Evans versus Joe Coffey are coming by Gallus, and this was right here, and this, this was a decent match. By the way, this was a decent match. Javon Evans is all over Joe Coffey, landing a fury of strikes and a dive to the outside. Joe Coffey catches Javon Evans in midair and lands a rolling senton into a Vader bomb. Javon Evans is sent into the ropes by Joe Coffey. But Javon Evans bounces off the ropes and lands a head kick. Javon Evans is sent off the ring. Wolfgang and Mark set up an attack. Cedric Alexander runs down to the ring and takes out Wolfgang and Mark. Javon Evans lands a dive, taking out all of Gallus. Javon Evans lands a spinning splash on Joe for the win. The winner of the match, Javon Evans. This was a decent match. It says Ava has announced that Trick Williams and Pete Dunne will square off in a last man standing match next week, with the winner facing All Ego Ethan Page for the NXT Championship on October 1st in Chicago. Alright, let's move on. So we get Oba Femi. So we get Oba Femi versus Stasa coming by the D'Angelo family. And this was a quick match. Oba Femi tossed Stacks all over the ring while eyeballing Tony D'Angelo at ringside. Stacks fires up and lands a dropkick. Obafemi lands a nasty running elbow strike, tossing powerbomb by Obafemi. Obafemi lands another powerbomb for the win. The winner of the match, Obafemi. This was a quick match. It says Mets message sent. Obafemi made sure Tony D'Angelo knows he's not messing around. Hashtag WWE NXT. Alright. Backstage, Win Sinclair gives Javon Evans a Heritage Cup championship match, much to champion Charlie Dempsey charging. Alright, you did what? What did Win Sinclair WWE just get Charlie Dempsey into? Hashtag WWE NXT. Alright, let's move on. So we get Jada Parker versus Jasmine Nicka coming by a fatal influence. This was another this was a quick match, but I'm glad Jada Parker won. Jada Parker ribs are still taped from her match at NXT No Mercy. Jada Parker lands a fury of strikes after a distraction from Hanley. Jasmine Nick takes control. Jasmine Nick works over Jada Parker's injured ribs. Jada Parker fires up and flattens Jasmine Nick with a tear drop hip attack. Jada Parker lands a hypnotic hip, hip, hypnotonic for the win. The winner of the match, Jada Parker. This was a quick match. After the match, Fatal Influence attacked Jada Parker. Jada Parker fights valiantly, but the numbers win out. Jasmine Nick leads Jada Parker land after a Pele kick. All right, let's move on. It says, what was I? It says no time to celebrate. Fatal Influence just took out Jada Parker. Hashtag WWE NXT. Count your days as champ because they're numbered. Fatal Influence continues to make enemies in the locker room. Hashtag WWE NXT. All right, which is that backstage segment was terrible. That was just a terrible backstage segment. All right, so we get the in ring segment. NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez, and this was a solid segment. This was a solid segment, but I'm glad that my queen Giulia was there tonight on NXT. I was so happy to see my queen Giulia. All right. Roxanne Perez glows over her victory against Jada Parker at NXT No Mercy. Jada Parker reminds everyone that she is going to break every record in NXT. No one has what it takes to take this championship from Roxanne Perez. When the smoke clears, it's going to be Roxanne Perez holding up the championship. Chelsea Green music hits. Chelsea Green asks if they were expecting someone else. Roxanne Perez says, well, actually, yes. Chelsea Green makes fun of how the crowd smells. It says, were you expecting someone else? With a question mark. What is Chelsea Green doing here? Hashtag WWE NXT. Chelsea Green declares herself Chelsea Green declares herself the number one contender, and no one is going to tell her anything different. Giulia music hits. Giulia slowly shatters to the ring. Chelsea Green takes a swing at Giulia. Giulia blocks it and drops Chelsea Green with a nasty elbow. Chelsea Green swats at Giulia, destroying her with a knee strike. Roxanne Perez clutches her clutches the championship at Giulia grabs Chelsea Green's mic. Giulia says, "Me, you, CW," and drops the mic. All right, that was a solid segment right there. It says, "Me and you, CW." Giulia has called her shot. Hashtag WWE NXT. But like I said on my WWE NXT No Mercy Reveal highlights, it is over for Roxanne Perez. It is over. So Roxanne Perez has to drop the NXT Women's WWE NXT Women's Champion to Giulia. That would be a good match. So I do want Giulia to win to win against going over Roxanne Perez to become the new WWE Women's NXT Champion Giulia. So that's gonna be a good match between Giulia and Roxanne Perez. But I'm glad that I saw my queen Giulia tonight. I love her. She looked so beautiful, and that's all I gotta say. And WWE NXT goes off the air. All right, but let me give my honest opinion what I think about WWE NXT. Now, WWE NXT was a decent show, and I got to give it a solid five out of 10. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE NXT review on highs, please full watch the video before you hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content like this. I'm on the road to 7K, along with that 3K watch hours. Follow my social media down below in the description, and I will make a YouTube short video. And then I will see you guys tomorrow for my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. This your boy Bigboysnacksjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your king, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.